Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's April 16th, 2024. I'm up next to the road, the front of the property up here, and today I'm going to transplant a few of the new seedling Colorado Blue spruce trees. So right up next to the road here inside of the tree tubes, we got some hybrid Chinese chestnuts, some tupelos or black gum trees. They really tolerate high moisture, and they seem to tolerate the salt from the road in the winters around here, you know. And you can see we've got some Chinese chestnuts that are doing okay. Last year I came by and I pulled out some of the large blue spruce trees that have blown over with the wind. We get real high winds here. So I'm going to transplant a few of these, and recently I showed taking some of the wood chips and mulching it down along in here. I have more to spread out down below down there, but I've got a couple to get in here, a couple here, and probably 3 here. And it might be a little bit dense with it, but we'll see how things work out ultimately. These are the tree tubes. These are several years old, the tree tubes that we have. I made videos on the tree tubes. They work really well protecting things. We need to sheet mulch, use some cardboard, put around the base of these again, and mulch on top of them. The first swale is right over here, and this one collects, so as the moisture comes off the road, works its way down across the area here. We have 3 rows of trees. So these are, that's a honey locust here, another honey locust there, English walnut there, pecans, a couple of pecans there, butternuts, heart nuts, interspersed with locust trees, honey locust, thornless honey locust, and catawba trees. So, and then the swale system right along in here, which acts a lot like a vernal pool somewhat as this grows up over time. Those are the grapevines. I've got to get those pruned, and I'm going to transplant those down into the 3rd food forest if the weather permits. But so my goal today is to get these blue spruces in the ground. And to do this, I'll go back with Mini-Me. I've got the bucket on Mini-Me right now, and I'll get a bucket load of the leaf mold, the composted leaves from last fall. And I made videos about that. And we'll fill in the holes. We use the mycorrhizal fungi to inoculate the roots of the Colorado Blue spruce seedling trees that we're going to put right in here. And then I'm going to get on Mini-Me and again and switch out the bucket for the small land pride grapple on it. And I got to go over the area that's really rutty from me taking down that ash tree. So there's lots of big ruts there, and that's the biggest problem that I have with Mini-Me. That's a Kubota B2601. And it's the only complaint I have about it is that, I mean, it's a powerful, really hard worker. It's got that short wheelbase, and you get into really rutty areas, really deep ruts from all the mud that I disturbed with the heavy equipment, the excavator and all. It really will jar you, and if you got a small sore back, that'll be an issue. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to set things up so I can get these guys in the ground, switch out the bucket, get the grapple on it, and get some of those limbs that are down out back into a hugelkultur pit. So that's where I'm going. All right. Take 3 of these. We'll set them about where I think I'm going to put them. There. I think 1 here and 1 here. That's what I'm thinking. Did I start this recording? Yes, I did. So next to the roots, I really don't want any wood chips down next to the roots. So that looks pretty good. Just put a few of the mycorrhizal spores down in there. And here is the root crown right at this spot here. So this is where we want to get the level of this. And of course, this will have plenty of weed seeds in it. Really want to pack this down in there. So we can see the root is right to here. Here's where the top root comes off. And it would be best if I were to sheet mulch this whole area. Boy, see the worms in there. So that's one. Quick, simple, and easy. How do you like that? Well, I also have to take some of the leaf mold, the composted leaf material, and add up a little more soil around the honeyberry plants that are stool layered or mound layered over here. So I don't know if I've got enough in this bucket. I probably don't, but while I'm here, I got some stuff in the bucket. Let's bring some more over here. Put some more up underneath this end. This mounding or stool layering is a very good system for propagating the ribes. It works great for, you can do it with elderberry, you can do it with all of your gooseberry varieties. I've made videos about that in the past. Do it with all of your gooseberries, currants, all the different currents of reds, the blacks, the whites, the pinks, all part of the ride family. And then before I hook the grapple on, I want to see if I can move a little bit of the dirt from the ruts that I made with the excavator. See, the cats or the raccoons been digging in here, so little angels. And I see the lemon balm is starting to leaf out. Thea went ahead and fertilized a lot of these blueberry plants that I just got transplanted here last week. Fertilized and acidified the soil some. I still have to prune those ones, but as I'm always saying, I'm running a bit behind. And I will mulch on top of this, but we don't have any of the mulch yet. Waiting for a delivery. And tilt this down some more. I really do love this bucket on Mini-Me. It's smooth, so I don't have bolts going through a cutting edge, and that makes it so much easier to pot plants, to work out of here, dig soil out with a shovel. Otherwise, with a bolted on cutting edge or with forks on it, it really makes it more challenging getting the jobs done. Put a little more right there. Some of that doesn't look too healthy there, but I'll give it a chance to declare itself, and then we'll prune off everything that needs to be cleaned up. I just wish there were two of me instead of just one of me. Of course, we'd probably be fighting all the time. Okay, that's not too bad. Ruddy everything is here. Drop it down into first, put it in 4-wheel drive. want to be careful when you're lifting a bucket loaded with moist material like that up high. Okay, well, I just finished doing as much as I'm going to get done today. Real happy that we got the Colorado Blue spruce trees planted up front. That was the easiest job. I did use Mini-Me to come down here and move a lot of the berms created by the ruts, next to the ruts that the tracks were in from the excavator. And Mini-Me, it's quite a machine. That's a Kubota B2601. Really a very capable small tractor in all this mud. Now it's not dried out much, but the surface of it may look dry. But being able to scoop up the mounds next to the indentations left by the tracks, or you can sort of see where I didn't get to up there, and scoop it up and deposit it over where we took the stump of the tree out right there. Was able to get the grapple on it and get up over 90%, 95% of the branches, the roots, and all that I had deposited from the ash tree that was taken out here. Really can't do anything to drive on top of this area for quite some time because water was in it, and I'm sure it's just muddy down at the base. Despite me making a little egress spot here, there's a big pocket where the root ball was actually in there. So real happy I was able to get this stuff picked up here, all the material. I did go up and look at the service berries, and they are leaning over, the majority of them, from those high winds that we did get. The other thing I was able to do is, while I still had some of the composted leaf mold that was in the bucket that I used to amend the soil up front where I put the Colorado Blue spruce, I used some of that to reinforce some of the soil from the mounding and stool layering. Those are the techniques for propagating various honeyberry plants, and the ribes, the gooseberries, the currants, the blacks, the reds, the pinks, the whites, all of those plants. And so that I used what was remaining in the bucket before I switched off to the grapple to add the rest of that soil. Then I came up here and started scooping some of the mud and moving it so it'd be easier for me ultimately to be able to move around up here, so I wasn't getting jarred quite as much. And that's really the only complaint I have, the only one I can think of about the Kubota B2601 Mini-Me, is it's got the short wheelbase, and the seat suspension could be better, but you know, on the roads and most people's properties it wouldn't be a big issue at all. It's just that I got lots of ruts around here from all the work we've been doing, and so it could be a little bit more comfortable. It jars the heck out of your lower back if you've got back issues, but other than that, it's a great piece of equipment. So I think, and I did pick up some other limbs in other locations as well with the grapple while I had it on there. And that's about all I'm going to get done today. I'm pretty pooped out, pretty sore, and I hope you folks got something out of this or enjoyed it. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and by all means, folks, take good care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye-bye now.